What's up, guys? Norris here. It is Thursday. I'm sorry I didn't really get to much last week. After I made that video, I don't know what I did. I was busy though, I promise. Quick news update. I did buy JesseNorris.com. That doesn't mean go check it out right now, because it's not ready. But I did buy my URL. I also own PhenomAthletics.org, which is slightly set up, but not finalized. So if you guys are going and checking out that website, keep in mind that any of the information on that site isn't necessarily true or accurate as far as what I'm currently offering. Like, I have training packages on there that I was gonna offer at the time, and then I'm just doing something completely separate. So keep that in mind. And for today's Q&A, I wrote it down. I wrote down some questions and some, I guess, yeah, what you guys want to hear or want me to answer, and different stuff you guys want. So we're gonna go through that, and that's gonna be today's video. Hold on. I want to loosen up a little bit. Little Jack D fire. It's good stuff. Drink it like soda. It's not good for you. I don't condone getting drunk, but I do like to have a drink once in a while. So obviously I didn't write down names. My last video I just took some questions and stuff that you guys had. So someone said they want to know my backstory. They said it'd be cool to know my backstory, and we're referring to the motivational teaser video I was going into. Good news is that teaser is supposed to be coming out in about another week to 2 weeks. Or not the teaser, the actual video. And that is going to my backstory a lot more. But to give you a rundown on how I got started, when I got started, stuff like that. Well, when I was a young kid, 11, 12, I used to skateboard, and I was thin, I had long hair, looked like a surfer or some, you know, I don't know, I'd say I looked like a surfer. My uncle owned a gym for a while, Genesis Fitness, and that's kind of where I was introduced to weights and weightlifting. My brother did it often, and so I kind of looked up to him. I played around a few things at the time, and I'd say that was my first time in the gym. Now, I didn't get serious about it at all. 8th grade year, I had my first weightlifting class. Our middle school got a brand new weight room, and we had brand new equipment, and it was awesome. So I got in there and I started lifting a lot. Now, understand that at the time I was mostly doing benching and a lot of cleaning, because our instructor was a football coach, so he believed in the clean and the bench press and things like that. We didn't really do a whole lot of deadlifts or squats, but they were written out for us. So at the end of my 8th grade year, I had the school records. I benched 275, I squatted 315, I believe, and deadlifted, I want to say it was 405, and it was on a hex bar, so it wasn't a straight bar pole, but it was on a hex bar. So at that time I was a decently strong kid. Now, I was doing all this because I was big into football. I wasn't a starter. I was always on the sideline. I was backup. You know, I did backup for fullback. I did backup for running back. I was on special teams. I did backup middle linebacker. Things like that. But I never started. So my goal was to start freshman year. So I did spend a lot of time in the weight room. And freshman year came around, started football, starting middle linebacker, backup fullback, and defensive captain, which I thought was awesome. So I was a man for the defense, and I absolutely loved it. And then late in the season, I got a big concussion. I was out. I was still lifting. One of the coaches pulled me aside after the year was over, said, "Would you like to try powerlifting?" I said, "Sure." Since then, I was consistent in the weight room. I did my first meet, a state meet, took second, kind of butt hurt. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna win. I'm gonna take those state records. Those were my first goals, state records. And then I went to nationals, and USAPL is single ply. All my high school career, I lifted in single ply, knee wraps. But my first year, nationals, I set my eyes on American records and national records, and also to make the world team. That was my first year. I didn't make the world team, but that was my goal. Next year, sophomore year, I made the world team. I took second at Worlds. So then, of course, my goal was I want to take first. So junior year, I went, took first. Senior year, took first, set some world records, took best lifter, and that was kind of in my high school career. After that, I got out of the single ply gear and did my first raw meet 2 or 3 years later. I started at bodybuilding.com. I was working full time at night, so my schedule changed a lot. I was also a volunteer firefighter for a time, so my schedule was crazy. I didn't have time for a lot of lifting. Once the firefighter thing settled down, once my schedule got set, I spent a lot of time in the gym. And when I was, what was it? When I was 19 or 20, so it was a year and a half, 2 years. I did my first meet at 198. I didn't tell you, I was 181 throughout most of high school. My freshman year was 165, and then the rest of high school was 181. And then after that, I was 198, did raw, did my first state meet, totaled 1850, and the rest is history. I'm sure that was kind of when my name got out, was when that first total, because I believe that was the all-time world record for the weight class, and then it's just been competitive since then. Now I'm sitting at 2033 and still working for 2050, and just pushing along. So the rest, that's my backstory. And why don't we do a few questions? I think that's pretty good in depth. Someone asked, opinion on peptides for those who aren't looking to compete. Well, really, it's a personal opinion. Do you want to take HGH or peptides, whatever it is, that's your choice. I've always wanted to see what I can do on my own naturally and see how far I can push my body. Of course, when I'm older, I will definitely consider things like that. But as far as those not looking to compete and maybe are injured, well, it's going to speed up the recovery process for you for sure. For me, because I do compete, because I have so much controversy on whether I'm natural or not, I'm not going to touch them. And that's just my my take on it. You guys can do what you want. Peptides are going to help you to recover, and that's why so many of the top guys use them. You guys want to see all day eating? I've done a video in the past. We'll do that again soon. How's my shoulder? Have I done MRI? Shoulder is feeling better. That's why I haven't done an MRI, because it was getting better. The weights were coming back, but now I'm stuck at 295 on my bench, so it's not 100%, but it was feeling better than it was. So we'll see what I do there. And I don't want to get an MRI, but I think it might be best, honestly. So I've still got to make a decision on that. I do have health insurance, so that helps. Real quick, we'll go through the rest of the questions I got in here. Do I have a close grip bench and opinion on close grip bench? Well, yes, I do. Usually my Thursdays are pause and close grip bench. Definitely helps with your lockout. Helps to get that tricep strength built for that lockout. There's nothing negative about it. I would recommend everyone to work in and incorporate some close grip bench. Now, as many of you probably know, if you've watched any of my past videos, I am a more conservative person. This one is on politics, I guess, so you can skip ahead if you don't want to hear it. But obviously I voted for Trump. I'm not racist or whatever, you know, you guys make of it, but advice for liberal family members to respect my views. So someone else must be conservative. Good for you. You know, I don't really have advice for that. I would say, you know, give them respect and, you know, just state the facts. That's all you can do. It's up to them to listen. You know, I've found different channels. Mark Dice, fucking hilarious channel, and just goes to show, you know, how stupid some people can be, but it is what it is. We are all entitled to our opinions and our own feelings, but facts are facts, and I would just say to respect anyone for their views. If you can have a good debate with someone, that's awesome. If they aren't willing to debate about something, then that's on them. Rest time. Rest time between sets are usually about 5 minutes. They can be more. I usually just rest enough to get my breath back and to feel comfortable going in my next set and to feel confident going into that next set. Last question. Sorry guys, it's kind of a long video. Hopefully you guys find it interesting. What kind of pain do I deal with at an elite level? That's a great question. Now, I'm not one to complain a lot, but honestly I think all lifters that are at an elite level, and I think any lifter really, goes through some kind of pain. At the elite level though, when you're pushing your body to its limits, to its breaking points, things, you know, you might injure yourself, you might have small injuries. Like right now, my T-bands are super tight, my knees hurt, and I have some ribs out. I don't know why my ribs go out. I fucking hate it, and I know they're out because when I go to take a deep breath, and when I was deadlifting today, I couldn't tighten up. It hurt to lock out, and I can't even get like a full breath of air. Like, shit hurts. So I think all the elite levels, you know, level athletes go through some pain and some tweaks, and it's just something, you know, you gotta work around or find a workaround, and it's almost normal for me to be in some kind of pain. I don't enjoy it by any means, but I'm used to it. I wouldn't say that's healthy, but it's just kind of the price you gotta pay in some aspect. But again, all lifters go through some kind of pain, whether it's soreness, you know, their hands are ripped up, whatever, you know, it's just part of the game. That's all I got for you guys. Those are some great questions. Keep them coming. Don't forget to like the video if you liked it, if you enjoyed it, if you thought, you know, it was interesting, or, you know, you found any of the content useful or informative. Hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and yeah, be sure to comment below, leave some more questions, let me know what you want to see. Like I said, that motivational video is coming out. We'll probably do a day of eating, and of course sometime this week I'm going to record, maybe Friday, because I know you guys want to see some accessories, what my accessory days look like. So I'll probably record Friday, or I guess that's tomorrow, and try to get that for you guys. So, like I said, like the video, subscribe, leave your comments, questions, whatever below, and we will see you next time.